Beerzerker! Alright, so we got us a beer from Phillips here. Alright, so this is a Scotch ale. This is the Twisted Oak Stillage Barrel Reserve Barrel Aged Scotch Ale. Guess this is kind of a series going on here. Alright, this is 650 Bomber, of course, at 6.8% alcohol by volume. They're located out of 2010 Government Street, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. So I've had quite a few of their beers before, and they've always been pretty good, so this has been warming up. So, major props to Wild Rose for making a pint glass that is functional. You maybe can't tell. I'll do another one of these with a regular pint glass, which comes up to about here on this one. So we can pour a full beer in here and have head. Look at that bastard. That was free. Thanks, Wild Rose. Alright, so, yeah, I've been waiting for a pint glass that, you know, you fill to the brim, you barely get any head on the beer, and some of them aren't even a pint, so there's no reason for that shit. Alright. Oh, smelling a little bit chocolatey in there. Holy shit. Okay, here's a color. Yeah, kind of a medium brown, slight amber tinge to it here. Let's check that out. That's looking okay. Yeah, it's smelling nutty and chocolatey, kind of like just a brown ale aroma coming off of here, but of course this is, you know, barrel aged, so in oak, so not a whole lot of information on the bottle here. Barrel aged Scotch ale is the flagship creation of our Twisted Oak Stillage series. Gentle peat hop note, or gentle peat, notes and sweet vanilla infused. This ale, blah blah blah, matures is freshly fucking words. Whiskey barrels. Okay, so good. Didn't really specify which whiskey, so I can't read very well without my glasses. So. Well, so yeah, I'm picking up maybe the vanilla they're talking about there. Getting a bit of oak in that, but it's basically like a brownie. I was expecting more of a blonder Scottish kind of thing. And this isn't really coming off like a, well, it is 6 point whatever, probably from the whiskey barrel aging, but it's not really tasting like a Scottish heavy to me. So I'm not familiar with every Scottish ale recipe, obviously. But to me, it's just like a real nutty, chocolatey brown ale with some oaky type finish to it. I'm not picking up a whole lot of whiskey in this, so I'm sure it's there. And it is cool. It's been warming up on the heater for a while, but it's not it's not warm. Yeah, I'm picking up a slight kind of whiskey flavor, but I wouldn't probably pick it out. It's more just the oak and the vanilla. Maybe there's a slight bit of whiskey in there. It's very subtle. The whole beer is quite subtle, actually. Even at 6.8, it's not that outrageous or anything. There's not, but it is very well balanced. No, don't get me wrong. Being kind of a nutty brown ale kind of thing. The oak and the vanilla and the whiskey or whatever's in there It's all kind of at that level, well balanced with what originally was there with a just what I would consider to be just a nutty brown ale. The carbonation is a little bit much. It's a little bit abrasive. The head's a little bit crackly. Not really bad though. So it is a little bit unusual for me. I was expecting something a little bit different, but this is still really good. It was a competitive price and everything. Yeah, now that I'm getting used to it, I am pulling out more whiskey and stuff, so I'm getting more of that. It doesn't hit you right off the bat, like quite to the power of a lot of what Innocent Gun has. It's not quite that boozy from the casks or whatever. It is nice. I thought I would warm this up enough, but I think this needs a little more warmth to really open up and stuff. Yeah, I am pulling out a little bit of the Swish flavors now. I have had Swish before. If you ever have the opportunity to have some Swish, it's actually really good. And I don't even like hard alcohol, but my brother got a whiskey barrel from the Black Velvet Distillery and filled it full of water and rolled it around for, I think, a few months. I can't remember how much water he put in there, but so we dump out this stuff. It's like clear liquid. Looks like water with like burnt flakes from the char inside of the whiskey barrel. It was phenomenal. And I don't like Black Velvet whiskey. From what I remember, it was horrid. But, I mean that was a long time ago. But the swish from that, what I would consider low-quality whiskey, was amazing. And it wasn't just me. Lots of people liked it, too. So, it was, and you can kind of taste that in some of these barrel-aged beers. I'd love to try swish from a top-notch whiskey barrel. I imagine it would be phenomenal. I told him, I said, you should brew some beer in that barrel. Never did. Made swish. It was pretty good though. Yeah, so it's getting it has some kind of a smoothness on top. Yeah, just a lot of oak, a lot of vanilla actually, kind of standing out here. And then whiskey right in the very finish. A little bit of a bitterness from that too. Swish type flavors. It's not. It's pretty good, I guess. It's it's just a little bit abrasive for me, carbonation wise stuff. I would expect something a little bit heavier actually. It's 6.9. This is extremely light and easy drinking. So that's kind of a curveball for me. I was expecting something rich and sweet and kind of ultra boozy and just a lot heavier. Like this is quite subtle and light actually for being a 6.8% Scotch ale aged in a whiskey cask. So it's quite subtle and kind of mild actually. That's lacing excellently there. That's thick freaking foam there. Yeah, it's starting to open up. It's warming up a bit more, and as the more I'm drinking it, I'm picking up more and more whiskey every time I drink this. So I think by the end of this bottle, I'll be getting a lot more of that whiskey. So it's a pretty good beer. Like I said, it's just a little excessively carbonated. And I was just kind of expecting something richer, like with a heavier Scottish beer. But no, it's actually quite a light, dry brown ale underneath it, sort of thing. I've milked this as long as I possibly could, so we'll give it a rate. I'd say it's a 9 out of 11, something like that. For me, it might be a little bit lower. It might actually be like an 8 3/4 for me. I think a lot of people would put this up at a 9 out of 11. It's a pretty serious beer. It was a good value and everything. I do recommend trying it for damn sure. And yeah, so I'll look for the other ones in this series because there might be one that's a little bit different and I might like a little bit more. But I am enjoying it. Beerzerker, and I'm out. Yeah.